Can we just get into Last Jedi? Because
Sure.
I haven't
Go
talked.
for it.
I've been waiting for so long to talk about Last Jedi on this
Go for it.
channel, and I want to talk about it. I don't want it to be a solo review. I want it to be with someone, and I'm just gonna let it rip. The worst piece of shit movie. And if you're watching this and you like Last Jedi, I don't. It's your right to like the movie. So, but I'm just gonna, like I always said, I'm gonna give my unbiased opinion. But I'm not just gonna shit on it. I'm gonna tell you why. It's the worst piece of shit movie ever in Star Wars. And I guess we'll start. You know, the biggest defense of the movie is that it's not Star Wars isn't yours, right? You don't get to decide it.
Yeah.
Okay, like first of all, obviously, but we all like it for a reason. And it's not Ryan Johnson's movie to just wreck. Ryan Johnson became director of this movie and just decided I'm gonna totally change Luke Skywalker's character. Makes no sense. Do you remember when Luke Skywalker, when she hands him the lightsaber,
Yeah.
and he takes it and he flings it over his shoulder?
Yeah, that was insane.
One of the worst scenes, I'm not even kidding, in movie history.
Yeah.
Imagine if, in like 30 years from now, Chris Evans comes back as Captain America.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh my God, he's coming back. He's like 60, but he's coming back. He's in good shape.
So
and imagine if the first scene is that someone finds the shield. They're like, Cap, here's the shield. And he picks it and he throws it. He's like, fuck this shield. Why is that interesting? And, I just feel like there's so many, not to get political, and I don't get political on this channel like I always say, but there's so many political undertones of this movie.
Yeah.
Where, she's talking about, people selling weapons to both sides and animal cruelty and all these storylines.
You know
and
what,
it's like,
dude? I think I mercifully.
I
think I mercifully forgot a lot of that.
So here's and I'm just going to say, and the thing is if you want to do storylines like that, then actually do it. But they were just these surface level lines, and I remember thinking, like, I thought when I saw this trailer, it was going to be like this generation's Empire Strikes Back, because the first movie was kind of generic, okay, like A New Hope, and this is the movie where shit takes off. Like in Empire, like if you think about it, coming out of New Hope, nothing really that crazy happened. You didn't know Vader was Luke's dad. You didn't know, well, you knew Anakin was Obi-Wan's apprentice, but you didn't really know that much about it.
Yeah.
You definitely didn't know Vader was his apprentice.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, okay, maybe they saved a lot of stuff for episode 2. I mean, for episode 8. And then you're watching the movie, and you're about like an hour into the movie, and you get to the casino, and Rose is talking to Finn about animal cruelty, and you're just like, wait a second, we're over an hour into this movie. It's a trilogy, so we're almost halfway through the trilogy. There's one movie after this. Like, where is the storyline? Like, where is the Jedi? Who is Snoke? Like, where? Like, if we were an Empire right now, we would be on Cloud City. There would be Lando. There would be like, so where? And then it just kept going and going. And then Benicio del Toro came in.
Yeah.
And he just was like a code cracker. And it turned into a video game movie. I hate video game movies. When I say video game movies, is when there's a plot and there's an objective. And you have to just do the objective. I don't mean like based on a video game. I'm saying like
even love video
when there's a
shows.
plot and an objective.
Yeah,
and
I know what you mean. And video game shows are very similar. I feel similar about video game shows. But yeah, and then they build, like, they spend so long building up Snoke in the movie, and then they just kill him off like at the end, like for what? Like for no reason. And when you look at the cast and how fucking good these actors are, like how amazing like Oscar Isaac is, like Adam Driver. Adam Driver's one of the best like 5 actors in the world right now. Daisy Ridley's an amazing actress as well. Like, she's so capable. And Benicio del Toro's in the movie, and like you don't even remember, like,
why?
Like, how?
Here's what I don't understand.
I think it speaks to my point. What I said would probably be the most disappointing thing about Roadhouse. Is like you can inject all the star power you want into these movies, but if the script isn't good, it's just not fucking good. And I feel the same way about Last Jedi.
Yeah, and I don't, and you know why? So looking back on this movie, it's so obvious that the focus should have been Kylo, because Adam Driver's the F factor, and you just had this opportunity to basically do like an Anakin storyline with a way better actor, and it would have been great.
He's actually like an amazing.
He's
actor.
the son of Han Solo and Leia. He's the grandson of Darth Vader. He's this huge big guy. He has the double, the thing, the thin lightsaber. And why don't you just focus on him? Why wasn't he the focus of the story?
His first scene is so menacing in New Hope too. Or
why
isn't?
It
gives you so much promise.
But you don't remember? That was a huge mystery. Going into the movie, we didn't know who Kylo was.
Yeah.
Then we find out, he's Han Solo's son. And this is one of the dumbest things ever. You're telling me Luke Skywalker, who believed that he can turn Darth Vader good, who's like the good guy of all good guys, decided that he was going to kill Kylo in his sleep, who was a teenager.
Yeah.
Who is his twin sister's son and his best friend's son, and also his nephew.
Yeah.
just because he sensed a little bit of darkness in him. That's honestly the worst. It's got to be the worst. It's the worst plot line ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Find me a worse plot line. I mean, imagine if like Captain America, there's the Young Avengers, and I keep bringing it back, or Superman, or any of the good guys, and they were like, "Oh, I sense some bad guy. I sense some badness in this Young Avenger, or this. I'm just gonna kill him because he might turn bad." So just really one of the worst storylines, ever. And and then at the end of the movie, here's the thing: end of the movie, Luke comes out, and I'm like, "Oh my god, we're finally gonna get a Luke Kylo fight. We're finally gonna get Luke, even though Mark Hamill's old. They're gonna CGI, and they're gonna have Luke going crazy because in the original movies they didn't have the technology.
Yeah.
We're finally gonna get Luke on the level of like Anakin and see like how good he is. And what happens?
Yeah,
a 1 second fight where he bends, and then it turns out he's not even there. He's force projecting himself, and then he passes out and dies on a rock because he's gassed. He dies from exhaustion.
1 second in. Yeah.
And so they've now killed Han Solo in the first movie, and they've now killed Luke Skywalker, who didn't have an interaction, right? So Han and Luke didn't have an interaction after 40 whatever years.
It was just discussed, Even Leia and Luke barely talked. They had like 2 scenes.
I mean, I'm confused when people say that this is not only a movie they like, this is their number one story. How is this your number one story? Tell me the Star Wars reason.
I would say that...
Is it lightsaber fights? Can't be the plot.
I would say the plot is not...
Now, reach out.
Finn is about to be like a kamikaze pilot.
What do you see?
And then Rose, the character, gets in the way. And this is why...
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
And
she
then
totally
there's
ruins the
something
scene, and they start kissing.
Yeah.
And she totally ruins the scene.
And then there was something
Darkness.
Sacrifice yourself.
And then they had this is pretty funny. They called her she has purple hair, Laura Dern has
So
purple
much
hair.
bigger. I only know one truth.
That's the plot of Last
It's
Jedi.
time for the Jedi.
This movie just sucks.
And
this might even not even be the spoiler. This might even just be the one. I might have to watch it again. Shit on it.
when I found you,
But I remember.
And I'm glad I don't.
See, the thing is, when I saw Force Awakens, my opinion was like
untamed power,
I hated Last Jedi.
and beyond that,
That I actually thought I liked it when I left the theater. I didn't think I liked it.
something
I gotta think about that.
truly
This is my new rule.
special.
If you leave a Star Wars movie, you should love it. Like you should know, like I love that movie. There's no thinking with Star Wars.
Yeah,
There's no like. I leave that movie. Other
Something
movies, okay, maybe you gotta think about it. Star Wars is like if you don't love it,
inside me has always been there,
yeah, no way.
but now it's awake.
Movies that I like.
But I need help.
Menace to Mayport has